So I got a request to do a video with a tag, and because you're 200 or whatever, I can do each one of your requests personally. And this is www. Sorry if I missed a W. And she or he asked me if I could do a tag, sort of a let's get personal tag, and he or she, I will assume it's a she, very kindly said she didn't want to be too intrusive and getting into too many intimate details. So she proposed me the get to know me tag, or confessions of a beauty YouTuber. Huge claims there. So here are the answers to your questions, and if you want to get to know me, keep on watching. You know that I will talk a lot throughout this video. First of all, questions that aren't here. I'm 37 years old. I'm an actress. I've mentioned that several times, but yeah. And yeah, that's about. Oh, and I'm a Lindy Hopper, and if you don't know what it is, Google it and join the happy side of the force, because it's a beautiful legacy and it's a beautiful dance. And yeah, those are my main things that probably people are curious about. So, first question. How many hours a week do you spend filming, editing videos? This is not my job. I have my normal job, and this is my drain for my money, basically, right now. So I have to confine this to one video a week, as you know, and I usually do just reserve my Saturday to record. And it depends on the kind of video. For instance, the last drugstore makeup video, it took me over an hour to record and then 3 or 4 hours to edit, because it was too much material and I had to cut it down. And then there's an extra work, or an extra step that is a lot of work, which is collecting all the links. I don't use affiliate links. I have nothing against them. If you trust that YouTuber or blogger, it's a good way to sort of help out their channel, but that's another story. But I have to collect links because I like to provide links to the stuff that I talk about. And because I have a Portuguese and an English blog, I have to collect sometimes twice the amount of links. And I like to only direct you to online websites that I have already used, that I trust. And it takes a lot of research and it's really time consuming. So I would say for one whole video, it takes me from anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour to record, and then it takes me from anywhere from 1 hour to 3 or 4 hours of editing, and then a couple more hours to create the blog posts, because I have 2. So it takes me not a full day, but about 8 hours or more of my day on Saturdays. And when I'm in a good day, I record several in 1 hour, smaller ones, and then I edit some of them throughout the week. So that's how I do it. It takes quite a while, but it depends on the type of video. Yum yum yum. Are you a spender or a saver? I'm definitely a spender. I wish I were a saver. My dad taught me better than this. When is it easiest for you to film? In the early afternoon, because the lighting is right, except today because it's overcast again, but the lighting is usually better. And yeah, when I'm not working and I have to jump out of bed and go to work, this for me isn't exactly work. I don't get that rush in my brain. So when I'm not going to work and I have to wake up in a minute and do everything, I take a long time to wake up. My brain just drags itself. So I'm usually okay and awake, truly awake, after lunch hour, basically. So that's when I like to record, because I'm at my prime. So that's usually that and lighting come together, and that's when I like to record. What makes talking in front of the camera comfortable for you? I'm an actress, so talking in front of a camera is not that hard, except if I'm doing that sort of millennial stuff in which you talk to cell phones and cameras in the middle of the street. I admire those people. I feel utterly ridiculous if I try to do that. So that's why I'm not a big fan of Insta stories. I love Insta stories. I'm not comfortable. But here in this controlled environment, I'm perfectly okay. And my motivation and what makes it feel right is that I know that there will be somebody, at least one person on the other side, that will either learn from me something or will share something in the comments below that will be interesting for me to know, and that at least will be slightly entertained by what I'm doing. And that's my main drive. And if you keep that in your head and you're talking from your heart, it becomes easier and more comfortable, I think. What's your worst makeup hair habit? Ooh! First one, not washing my brushes as often as I should. I should wash my brushes very often. What happens is, when it gets too dirty, I get to the next one, which is similar, and then I end up having to wash all of my brushes at once. Stupid, isn't it? That's me. Another thing when it comes to makeup is expiration dates. When it comes to powders, I don't care. I just don't care. When it comes to creams and liquids, basically when they start, this applies to the powders also, but never happened so far. But when it comes to creams and liquids, I basically only toss them when they have either changed smell, texture, consistency, color, you know. When there's something changing in them, I toss them out. And when it comes to mascaras, oh, well, there's something. Because I have several on rotation, so I go way beyond the 6 months expiration date, and their consistency doesn't change that much, but they've been technically open for longer than 6 months. But I haven't been using them every day daily. I haven't been using them for 6 months straight. So that's an excuse in my mind. And added to that, the fact that I don't mind a dry mascara, that makes me use mascaras a little bit longer than I should. A little bit. But yeah, I'm not saying that you should do this. I know this is a terrible habit of mine, and I'm not advocating for it. I'm just confessing you what happens to me. When it comes to hair, I don't do a lot of hair mistakes. Maybe it's not my fault. This one is definitely not my fault. Because you may have seen on other videos that I have to have my hair dry before I go to bed. And if it's winter or if it's cold, slightly colder outside, I can't go out with my hair wet. So there are long periods of time within the winter and cooler weather in which I have to blow dry my hair every time I wash it, which is a bit damaging for my hair. But because I've educated my hair and I only wash it 3 times a week or 2 times a week, it's not that big of a deal. You know, it was worse when I had to wash it every single day. That would be bad. But with my hair, it's okay. Maybe having it always put up, it breaks them. It breaks the hair, but one quote that you wish the world would live by. Time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. Wrongly attributed to Groucho Marx, I firstly saw this quote in Studio 60 on Sunset Strip, which is a fantastic series by Aaron Sorkin about the backstage of something like Saturday Night Live. Must see. Sorkin is one of those people that are on my bucket list in terms of, I wish one day I could say his words in front of the camera for real instead of playing scenes in my bathroom. But anyway, that quote sums up a lot of stuff. It's a play with words and it's but it encapsulates a lot of stuff. First, time flies, time really flies, and you should make the best of it. And the second thing, because it's a play with words, because it's funny, it reminds me of mankind's superpower. And there are several superpowers, art, music, dance, theatre. That for me is a superpower for mankind, but not everybody is prone to that. There's one superpower that everybody has, which is the power to laugh and to make everybody else laugh. And it's, in my opinion, something that brings us together instead of dividing us. So I think that all in all, time flies. Make the best of it by making everybody around you laugh and laughing with everybody and laughing at you and laughing at stupid things that in the end don't matter. And I went way over the meaning of that sentence. That's just what it means to me. How long do you spend getting ready every day? That one depends if I have time to get ready or if I don't. I can go with skincare and makeup routine that take me 15 minutes overall, to spending 1 hour if I have that hour to spare. So it totally depends. And I can end up with the same result. But if I take an hour, it's a lot more elaborate, I like to think. Your favorite video on YouTube? I don't know. Oh, the dog that says, yeah, the maple kind, yeah. If I can find it, I'll link it for you down below because it's so fun. And I'm shining like a star, like the star that I am. But it's a bit warm and there are lights, so please forgive me. A YouTuber that you watch who deserves more views, subscribers than they have. You know, I think everybody should start with skincare, and I think everybody interested in beauty and wanting to take care of themselves, not only inside but also out, should start with skincare instead of going and splurging on makeup but then washing your face with wipes and soap. But because of that, I think everybody, all the subscribers, should have access to good information on skincare. People, I think, are amazing with that. Of course, Caroline Harrons, Gothamista, Stephanie Nicole when she does those really in-depth videos, and Nadine Baggett. They're all, I think, over 30. So that speaks volumes because I'm over 30, quite over 30. And they have different opinions on some things, which is priceless and valuable. And I refer to them. And despite the amount of subscribers that they may or may not have, I think everybody should watch them. There are plenty others probably that I'm forgetting, so link them down below. When it comes to skincare, that's that. When it comes to makeup, if I could choose one person to follow, if I could only have one makeup channel in my subscription feed, it would be Lisa Eldridge. Yeah. That's my jam, and she again is older, not older, but you know, she's a classy lady, and I love her and I love everything she does, and I love how she can make anything look amazing on her face. And yeah, that's it. I don't know how many subscribers they have, I'm not counting, and there are plenty of them that probably have 1 million subscribers and over, and it's already a blur of people that you don't actually get to connect with. But for good information for you as viewers, these are the people I would go for. I don't care about deserving more subscribers, whatever. Oh, I deserve more subscribers. Oh, I deserve more subscribers. One thing you're excited about in the upcoming year. I'm excited because of Lindy Hop. I'm not only a Lindy Hopper, but I know enough within my very small community to be able to teach Lindy Hop. And I really love to learn more because I need that. I really love that dance. So I'm going to be able to go to almost a Lindy Hop camp in which the main focus is to learn more, and you have full days of classes with very small classes with 20 people, if that much, and it's in the southeast of France, I think, in the mountains, and I'm going to spend a full week dedicating to learn and to improve myself in my dance, which is something I really need. And I'm really also anticipating going and presenting 2 Lindy Hop events, one in Spain. I've been the MC also last year. That is super sweet. They have invited me, and the one that I usually present and I'm the MC for here in Portugal, which is a Blue Skies Lisbon Lindy Exchange, which is just parties or no classes, parties and activities, really chill. And I'm really excited to provide some entertainment for those events and being able to dance for many hours in a row to a live band with high quality. Yeah, that's my jam. Your most awkward filming moment? I mean, I'm awkward all the time. I don't think I have very... Oh, the thing that pisses me off is those little white flecks that show up on my hair every single time and I don't know where they came from. Those piss me off. And my English. The way my brain shuts down every time I turn on the camera, and I just literally yell at myself when I'm editing because words don't come out of my mouth and I suddenly don't know the term for a simple thing like tube or packaging or I don't know, I don't know. Oh, I hate when that happens. I'm not a native speaker. I'm Portuguese, but it really pisses me off. How long does it take you to prep for a video? It doesn't take much because it's already set. This is my sort of spare room where I've put all my makeup. I get ready every single day here, and I have 2 little lamps, standing lamps, and the camera on a tripod every single moment. So it's there and I don't have to do anything. The only annoying thing is that I always forget to charge my battery, so when I am starting to sit down for filming, I realize I still have to spend 2 or 3 hours waiting for the battery to charge. That's what takes longer. I don't have to set up any lights, pro lights, ring lights. I don't have any of that. Are you wearing pants, jeans, skirt right now, or are you actually wearing pajama bottoms? I like that question, but I'm not one of those people that will reveal a huge amount. Right now I'm wearing a dress, so it's a full dress, it's a skirt on the bottom. If it's really hot, sometimes I have no pants, I just have my knickers. But usually I'm wearing whatever I wore to go out because, as I said, I start recording at sort of middle of the day, so yeah, I just wear whatever I'm wearing, or maybe change to track bottoms. Interesting, right? I'm a bore. Last question. This one is going to take me a while to answer. What are you most proud of in your life? Hey, it's me from another day. I was just editing this video and for the life of me I couldn't edit it to make it shorter because I got so carried away answering this question that I just rambled, and it was, I decided to sit down and try to answer the question a little bit more quickly this time, I hope. It's an easy answer. My proudest achievement up till now in my life is my work. I think you could call it a career because it's been 17 years, but because I don't know, it's something to do with some sort of stupid superstition. I feel I would be taking it for granted, you know. I am proud to say that I've up till now come to a point throughout a lot of struggle and a lot of complications, I managed to get to a point where where I can make a living out of this. So I don't have to have another job on the side to be able to pay my bills. And don't get me wrong, when I say I can make a living out of this, in Portugal we are very badly paid. So when you are working, you don't make enough to save for a rainy day or most likely a rainy season. So it's really a huge struggle, and you are constantly living in the day and struggling and hoping that it will all turn out well. You give up on many sort of common dreams that most people have. I had to give up on a lot of dreams. I had to hit a lot of brick walls. Most of the things in this job you can't control, basically. You can't control anything. If people will like you, if people will remember you, nothing. The only things you can't control is how much of yourself you put into each project you commit to, and also your professional ethics. And I can say that, and I'm proud to say that I am where I am without having compromised my professional ethics. And that's a huge battle, it's a huge struggle. The temptations are a lot, the backstabbing is quite heavy, so I'm proud of that. But I'm also aware that it's only for now, like the song goes from Avenue Q, it's only for now, and you never know what's around the corner, you know? You never know if the calls are going to stop coming, you never know if they will forget you after the next project, if somebody else better or prettier or whatever than you is going to take the place that you wanted for yourself. It's not yours to take. So no matter how good you are, you may not be lucky enough, and some people that aren't that good or aren't that professional or whatever just get lucky and get their stuff done. I'm not into networking and connections, and I'm not a party animal, if you know what I mean. So it's a little bit harder for people like me to sort of keep afloat, and you're constantly thinking that it's all over and you're going to have to do something else and your dream ends there. And the best way to describe this job is you go up a steep hill or mountain, and you struggle and struggle and struggle. You get there to the top, you see the most beautiful view you've ever seen, and then you get pushed and you roll down again, and you have to get back up and start climbing again. That's how I can describe it. And that's your life, and you have no control over anything, and that's really complicated for people with anxiety that need to have control over everything at all times. But anyway, I managed to create a good relationship with clients, with companies, with my peers, all of them from all the areas that create the outcome that you see on a stage or on telly or whatever. I am able to say that I'm respected by the people that I look up to and that I also respect. So and it's a tough thing to get, but I'm proud of that. And I'm also actually proud of my actual work, the job. So being on stage, doing amazing projects I was able to participate in, being able to say that I, in Portugal, in Lisbon, did Shakespeare in received pronunciation in English. It was a very proud moment for me. A play I was in won a national award that was phenomenal. Also the series I've been part of, and being able to say that I dubbed some Disney movies, that's really cool. That's a childhood dream, actually. it's what I love to do. It's what I fell in love with. It's what I fought my parents for. It's what I fought so many people for, to be respected and to be valued, and it's a constant struggle because nobody cares. But anyway, yeah, and I don't know what I would be doing if I didn't do this, but I would probably be at a Sephora counter telling them how to actually run a Sephora. Let's roll the goodbyes from the previous video. So that's it. That's the get to know me tag or confessions of a YouTuber tag. This is going to be a long video. There's construction outside, traffic. Is that a motorcycle or a saw? It's a motorcycle. So that's it. This is my confessions of a YouTuber, or whatever it's called. Yeah. I hope you've enjoyed it. I love you. Thank you for asking and wanting to know more about me, and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video, if you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.